Good morning, students of Standard 9. Today we are going to discuss topic blood from chapter 2 tissue. Blood. It is a fluid connective tissue. Students, blood actually is a fluid. Because it can move from higher concentration to lower concentration and does not has a fixed state, and it is a connective tissue. It comprises of two components, plasma and blood cells. So students, we can clearly see here the two components of blood, which is plasma and blood cells. So students, if you concentrate in this picture, you will be able to notice that the blood has been taken and its composition has been recorded. Students, you can clearly find that in this, plasma forms 55% of the composition of blood, whereas white blood cell forms only 4% and red blood cell forms 41%. Students, you can also notice that the plasma appears slightly yellowish in color, whereas white blood cells appear colorless, whereas red blood cells appear red because of the presence of Hb, that is hemoglobin. Plasma, it's a transparent fluid component of blood. So students, we can say that plasma is the main watery component of the blood. Students, if you concentrate in this picture, then you will be able to notice that plasma is flowing inside the blood vessel. Students, this is the blood vessel which generally carries the blood, and you can also notice the blood cells, that is the RBC, which flows inside the blood vessel. Blood cells, these are the cells present in blood. The following are the cells in blood: RBC, WBC and platelets. Students, these are actually the cells which remain present in the blood, and that is why they are called as blood cells. Students, here RBC stands for red blood cell, WBC stands for white blood cell, RBC, it is red in color due to hemoglobin. So students, here generally the color of RBC is red due to the presence of hemoglobin. So students, here if you concentrate in this picture, you will be able to notice that the RBC cells are flowing inside the blood vessel and they are all red in color due to the presence of hemoglobin in them. WBC. It is colorless cell present in blood. Students, WBC is actually colorless. Students, WBC is colorless because there is complete absence of hemoglobin in WBC. Students, WBC are of different types which remain present in the blood. These are monocytes, eosinophil, basophil, lymphocytes and neutrophil. Students, lymphocyte is again divided into two distinct types, that is T lymphocyte and B lymphocytes. So students, lymphocytes are actually of two types, T lymphocytes and B lymphocytes. Students, it is called as T lymphocytes because it gets its maturity in the thymus gland, whereas B lymphocytes is named because it gains its maturity in the bursa of Fabricus. So students, that is why both of these two are named in this way. Platelets. It is an important component of blood which ensures blood clotting. So students, we can say that platelet is the most important component of the blood only because it ensures that when we start bleeding, the blood does not continues to bleed, rather it clots at proper period of time. So students, blood clotting is ensured by platelets. Students, if you concentrate in this picture, you will be able to notice the shape of platelets. Students, the shape of platelet is biconvex. Students, now let's discuss a very important question. What is the most important function of blood? The most important function of blood is to transport oxygen. Thank you, students.